The Rock's pirate's ship is intercepted by the giant ship from Elbaf. Harold has come, surveilled by the world government like a wild animal to fulfill his promise to the Gorosei, that if he can kill his friend Rox the Xebec in exchange, Elbaf's entry into the world government will be secured. Seeing his friend after 2 years, Rox spits some words that cut deep about how Harold may be the king of the giants, but he is underestimating the Rock's pirates. This panel, my dude Rox has 3 future Yonkos right behind him. This is pure aura, bro. This is insane. Kaido, Big Mom, and Whitebeard. Holy shit. But even with 3 Yonkos on his crew, and even Shiki and all the other big shots, like a crew of over 20 billion, Rox has mad respect for Harold and the giants. He says that the world government would love it if they tore each other apart. Harold is nothing but a madman that's clinging onto his deluded version of progress. Harold took the government's deal that if he can kill Rox, the giants would be allowed in the government. He took the deal of the devil. In the end, according to Rox, Harold is doing exactly what the Gorosei want for him. A tool and weapon for the Celestials. They don't see him as a person or individual with their own culture and feelings. Rather, the giants are barbarians that supported Joy Boy. Harold almost speaks like he has been brainwashed, talking about how Elbaf's history of violence is irredeemable. The world will never view Elbaf as peaceful due to it. Even though Harold has a good heart, some nations that were ravaged by giants can never forget the trauma from it. No matter how foolish the celestial dragons may be, they still have influence in the world to bring Elbaf into the loop. Harold is basically saying that just like how the history of the world and Joy Boy was erased and manipulated to put celestials at the top, Imu can do the same for the giants, where humans will accept them as peaceful creatures. He has taken the deal to realize this. Hearing this infuriates Rox. This is literally what he is fighting against, taking down Imu's control of history and information, which has shackled the world for 800 years. Yet Rox's friend, the one closest to him in strength and ideals, has chosen to give up and assimilate into the system. Upon hearing this, Rox is done. Like the strike he attacks Harold with, like this would have destroyed almost like 99% of characters in One Piece. Violence and fighting is the only language oppressors like Imu understand. However, before having a fight, Rox wants to have a final chat with his friend. With sake cups in hand, this is reminiscent of Roger and Whitebeard's final drinking session, and the conversation also feels very similar, as Rox says that his real name isn't Rox D. Xebec, but Davy D. Xebec. Rox hasn't even told this to his own crew, not even Whitebeard, because for over 800 years, Imu has been trying to erase the Davy name. This name poses more threat to the world government than even the descendants of D, as its lineage is tied to Davy D. Jones. 2 years ago, Rox had a kid named Davy D. Teach, and since Dragon told us that a parent's weakness is their child, you know, he's the GOAT, Rox sent his family back to his hometown where they would be taken care of by the Davy clan, and this hometown is named God Valley. So this whole time, Rox was using Shaki as a cover to go and save his family from the celestial hunt. With the Davy family being from God Valley, I wonder if Shanks' mother is also from the Davy clan. That's why her son is so special. In fact, what if she leaked the secret of God Valley to Garling, considering she is madly in love with him? Revealing this backstory, Rox asks Harold once again to join and help dismantle the Celestials. However, Harold is stubborn as ever. He chooses to fight, but lets Rox win while showing the Navy that he tried. Back in God Valley, Shaki is revealed as the grand prize. The winner can decide to take her as a prize or a slave. While Garling wants to marry her, Saint Diddy, in line with his character, wants to keep her as a slave. How else would bro use up all the baby oil in Marie Chua, right? We also find out that Gunko is present there as part of the Myanmar family, with her being touted as one of the favorites to win this year. We know from Rox's invasion of the Flower Room that Gunko is one of Imu's closest soldiers and has been serving Imu for at least 18 years. It's possible that using Gunko, Imu will also appear in God Valley during the Great Battle. Maybe Imu through Gunko is the one to kill Xebec. She is special, as she looks exactly how she looked over 56 years ago, currently in the present at Elbaf, while you have people like Saint Summers who look considerably aged, but Garling, who is the commander of the Gods Knights, hasn't gotten that. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and get some gamer subs, guys. Helps us out a lot.